Hey guys, I sat down to edit this video and completely realized I did not film an intro or an outro. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. Today's video is going to be how to make a skull cake. I am using a skull cake pan from Wilton. I will link it down below, but I'm going to share the entire process from baking the cake all the way through decorating it. This cake is for Isaiah's 9th birthday, so yeah. He gave me a flavor, he didn't give me a design, and I figured since we're doing trunk or treat on his birthday, we could go on and feed into the Halloween theme, and I would make a skull cake. So yeah, let's jump right in. Okay, so first things first, you gotta actually make the cake and bake the cake. When we asked what he wanted for his birthday, he said cookies and cream. So I'm making him a cookies and cream cake. I've done this before, and I just make a chocolate cake and add some Oreos to it, and then I'll make some vanilla buttercream and crush some Oreos into that. So I will get to that later, but first I've got to make the cake batter. I am using a different recipe than I usually do. This time I used Farmhouse on Bone's sourdough chocolate cake recipe, and this is really good. It's a little bit denser than I expected, and at first I thought, okay, what did I do wrong? Because it didn't really rise as much as I thought it would. I don't know, maybe that's just a sourdough thing, but honestly, I'm at that point of if it tastes good, that's what I'm worried about. It may be because I added the Oreos into it, but it might not be. So yeah, I might try it again later without adding the Oreos, but I wanted to put the Oreos in, and I didn't really add the Oreos into the batter. I just kind of sprinkled some on top when I put the batter in the pan, which you will see. So I'm not going to go through all the measurements and all that. I'm just going to kind of show you me making the cake batter, and I will leave the recipe down below in the description box.
Doing crazy dreaming, you're the is the cake pan. I just sprayed it with some cooking spray, and it took me a little bit of time to pour this in and get it even to where I needed it to be. But that's normal with any type of cake pan like this. And yes, I did wipe the extra drips off of the eyes and the nose. That way, that didn't burn. But after I did this, I just crumbled up some Oreos and sprinkled them on top of the batter, and they baked, and it baked perfectly fine from what I can tell. Like I said, I've never made a sourdough cake, but this chocolate cake was really good. Usually I'd use a box cake, but I didn't have a box of chocolate, so yeah. And I figured, you know what, I have the sourdough, I may as well. But you can easily just make a chocolate cake mix and sprinkle some Oreos on top. And if you do that, you won't have to bake 2 of these. Because this didn't rise the way I thought it would, I had to bake 2 of these and stack them together. But I honestly think because it didn't rise the way I was thinking it would, my plan worked out better on how I wanted to do this cake. But it said for a 9-inch round, 30 to 35 minutes. So I put it in at 350 for 20 minutes, and I was just checking it every now and then. It took about 35 minutes. While it was baking, I got started on the frosting. This is just my standard buttercream, even though it's not buttercream because we don't use butter. I grew up my grandma using Crisco to make icing, and there is a recipe using Crisco to make icing. So I do 2 cups of Crisco, some powdered sugar, butter flavor, vanilla, salt, and some milk, and just kind of mix it until I get the consistency that I want. And no, I don't dump it all in at once. I cream the Crisco, then I add in the butter flavor, the salt, and the vanilla. Then after I do that, I cream that together for a few minutes. Then I start adding in the powdered sugar. It takes about a 2-pound bag for 2 cups. But I used almost all of this icing, so yeah. You will need it. If you're not going to fill it and your cake rises to fill up that entire cake pan, then you could probably get away with 1 cup and 4 cups of powdered sugar, unless you want like a ton of frosting. And you'll see where most of the icing came into play on this cake when I start decorating it.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel.
So this is what I'm talking about. It did not rise. Like, that's what it looks like after it baked. It looked like it tried to rise and then it sank back down. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I did something wrong or if it's the recipe or what. But all that matters is that it tastes good, and it does taste good.
My heart erased, so catch me if I fall.
Okay, so you saw me flip it out. Now this is 3 or 4 hours later after the cakes have been cooled and everything. I just took some of my vanilla buttercream and mixed in some Oreos, and that was the filling for the cake. And honestly, that's where most of the icing came into play on this cake, was the filling. And it wasn't a ton of icing, it just looked like it because there were Oreos in it. And you will also see that I do sprinkle some more Oreos on top of this later on. After I get this filling in there, I sprinkle more Oreos on top. I layer the second skull cake on top of it, and then I decorate it the way I would normally decorate a cake. But because they didn't rise so much, I did think it helped me, because my original plan was I was going to cut the cake in half, fill it, and then make 2 layers anyway. But because it didn't rise that much, it helped me, and I didn't have to cut the cake in half. So maybe if you're going to do it, and you're going to do it the way I did it, where it's filled like this, maybe you shouldn't fill it all the way up, especially if you use a box cake mix. Because if you use a box cake mix, you're not going to use the whole box cake mix. You're going to use about 3/4 of it. And it's still going to rise so much that you're going to have to trim some of it off. So, yeah. Honestly, it did help me that it didn't rise the way I was thinking.
Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip.
Okay, so now with the second cake stacked on top of it, I did go around and make sure all the filling was in between the layers. And I did that between the eyes and the nose and the mouth too. That way I didn't have extra. Then you'll see I go in with black frosting. This is just, I had chocolate icing in my fridge from a couple days before this, or probably a week or so before this, and I just colored it black because it's easier to color chocolate icing black than it is white icing. But you don't have to make chocolate icing for this part. I just had chocolate icing, so yeah. But I colored that black, and I went in and I did the insides of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth black. That way when I decorated it, it looked more like a skull. And I had an inspiration pic, but I don't think I showed it in this video. I wish I would have shown it, but the cake came out pretty much like what my inspiration was, so I'm really happy with it. And that way Isaiah gets a cool cake and he gets his cookies and cream like he wanted.
I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
Okay, so now after I've gone through with the black, I'm going to start on the white, and I'm just going to do a crumb coat at first. Just kind of go over and seal in the crumbs. I didn't really have a whole lot of crumbs on this. Most of the crumbs are actually from the Oreo cookies, and that's perfectly fine. But I go through and do the sides first, and then I smooth up on the top of the cake, and then I'll put some more icing on the top of the cake. Okay, so I don't know what happened. I guess I wasn't filming it when I did the second coat of frosting. I didn't do a whole lot because it already had a lot of icing in the middle, even though it wasn't really a whole lot. But I did go through after the crumb coat had kind of crusted over a little bit and did a final coat, and then and the final coat doesn't have to be super thick either, but you want it to be a little bit thicker than the crumb coat. After I did my final coat and I'd let that crust over probably about 30 minutes, I went through with a piece of wax paper, laid it on top, and I patted it down to smooth out the white icing. This is a great trick, especially for cakes like this, because a cake like this, it's okay if it's not perfect, because a skull is not perfect. It's got lines in it. It's gonna have little, especially if it's like a Halloween skull, it's gonna be old looking. So it kind of came in handy that it had the cracks, and I also went around on the sides and did that. Then after I got done going through with the wax paper, I filled up a piping bag with some more black icing, and I went through and I piped all of the details. And of course, you don't have to pipe anything after you smooth it, or after you don't even have to smooth it out if you don't want. You can just leave it as it is. Because it still looks like a skull. I just thought I would go through and do some more details on it, and I kind of grew up making cakes because my grandma made cakes my entire life, so yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing. But this kind of cake is really forgiving because it's supposed to be creepy looking. It's not supposed to be perfect. So if it's not perfect, that's perfectly fine. And I can't say if Isaiah loved it or not because I haven't shown it to him yet. Because his birthday is the day I'm doing this voiceover, and we haven't done the cake yet, so Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he will love it. And I don't know. I might insert. I don't know. I am going to film his birthday. So if you want to find out if you liked the cake, then you do need to watch. I think that'll probably be tomorrow's video. So yeah. But I'm just going to finish piping the details. And I just typed in Wilton skull cake, and that's how I got my inspiration. There's a lot of different ways you could decorate this. You could turn this into a sugar skull, which I think would be really cool, but I figured creepy skull, because he's a boy. If it would have been for Nevaeh, I probably would have done a sugar skull. But for Isaiah, we're just going to leave it this way, leave it creepy, and I love how it turned out. I'm really proud of it, and honestly, I'm my worst critic, so I can find every flaw and go through and go, that sucked, but I actually really love how this cake turned out. But I'm going to finish piping, and then I'll show you the final cake. And I did pipe Happy 9th Birthday Isaiah on the cardboard, that way it did say happy birthday on it somewhere.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
So that's going to be it for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button down below. I do have other videos where I show how to make cakes. I made a jack-o'-lantern last year. So, yeah. I will try and remember to link those in the cards or down in the description box. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for my next video. Bye-bye.